So the glass I ordered for this frame is apparently still not done. My patience has run out, so I'm gonna try to cut it again. Well, that's one cut. Successful. One more cut to go. Okay, you son. Well, look at that. I don't know. I dropped a bit of oil on the tip. I definitely have way less glass fragments just from dragging the cutter. So maybe that's all it is. I just got to make sure I'm properly oiled. A new trick that I got to try to remember. Too bad I didn't do that 5 days ago. I cut it right. Not bad, eh? Where are we going?
To dolphin on a dolph tot.
You excited, Beth?
But does these things need gasoline?
Ready, Andy? Yeah. Ready, Beth?
Yes.
Now you hold on.
Yeah, you're gonna need your driver. Good hit, Leo.
Come on, baby girl. Hop in. You ready? Hold on.
There you go.
Good hit, buddy.
Good job.
You like this, Leo? How's your peach? Good peach? What are you doing in there? Hold on, Beth. Hold on tight.
job, bud. Another good steering. Tasty over here, Daddy's hitting.
Did you guys have fun?
Yeah.
What do you think of golfing?
That's
Boy, Chesty. So I'm just gonna take some elevations. I want to see how high the dugout water is compared to how deep the 4-foot section of trench is. Because it's still very wet, but our dugout is very low. I don't like our dugout that low. So I want to see if I can fill it up without coming as high as this trench is deep. Okay. That's close enough. Okay, so the water is a foot lower.
Ready.
So it just so happens that that red tape mark is the bottom of the trench that's 4 feet deep. The water level in the dugout is approximately a foot lower than the bottom of the trench. So we can turn the water back on, Leo,
Yeah.
and we can fill up to that red mark.
Oh.
Okay? So the water from the dugout is not filling up the trench. I don't know where all that water's coming from. Farmer's field? I don't know.
Sprinklers.
So now I'm thinking, instead of digging down 4 feet, I'm thinking I'm just going to dig down 3 feet and then add a foot of topsoil. Because the greenhouse is sitting in a hole as it is. And when it really rains out here, that whole area is underwater. So I'm just going to take some elevation, see what building that up a foot will look like. Right here is a foot higher. So this would all be flat up to here. So that's the new plan. I'm only going to dig the trench down to 3 feet. I'm going to have my cinder block wall stick proud about a foot higher than the existing ground. And then I'm going to bring in topsoil after and fill up to the cinder blocks and slowly taper it down all the way around. So the greenhouse will be essentially sitting a foot higher than existing. That'll help keep the water out of the inside. That'll help me not having to dig so deep into the wet clay. And it'll really make getting the outside of the greenhouse back to grass a lot easier, because this soil I'm shoveling is very clumpy because it's clay, and to spread that out after would take a lot of work. Get it nice and smooth. But if I bring in some nice smooth topsoil, I can cover all that stuff and be off to the races sooner, I reckon. It'll just be a little tight back by the fence, but there's a good 10 feet there to taper. If worse comes to worse, I can always lift that fence too. If the taper doesn't feel right. But I think it'll work without lifting the back section of the fence. So now the dugout water can technically come up 2 more feet, which is perfect.
Leo, good catch, buddy. You did really good.
Nice throw too, Leo.
Good job. Good job. Get on there.
Are you excited to bat? Oh wow, buddy. That's really cool. And a yummy cookie.
And a bag.
Cool.
With icing on top.
And a backpack.
Look at what this says, Leo. Leo Lafferty, number 15.
Awesome.